So in this chapter of the Promised Neverland, we actually got some answers as well as some world building and also the kids' next objective as to what they are going to do next in the series of the Promised Neverland. So first, let's talk about probably the most interesting part of the chapter in my personal opinion, and that is the diversity amongst the plantations. Now, we knew for a fact that the plantations were in fact different, as they most likely are, you know, holding different types of kids and whatnot. While we kind of already got that already, we also found out that when it comes down to the plantations, is that each and every other kid amongst that plantation is branded in a certain way. Now, I believe it was Gracefield, which is the plantation that Emma, Ray, and the rest of the kids are from. They are branded at the neck. Whilst we have someone like our mystery character who is from a different plantation that was branded at the waist. So with this branding, this actually gives the ability to the demons to actually pinpoint as to where exactly their food, quote-unquote, is from. Another answer that we actually got from this chapter of the Promised Neverland is that if you guys remember from the earlier chapters, like maybe like 2 to 3 chapters back when we first got introduced to the mystery character, the mystery guy, he still doesn't have a name yet. I'm sick and tired of calling him mystery guy, but anyway, this guy knew exactly how many amongst Emma's group there were, you know, who they were, where they were from, and basically had a lot of information on them when they first arrived at the shelter, and we never quite got a reason for that. However, in this chapter of the Promised Neverland, it is revealed that the room in which the mystery character resides in apparently has monitors in the room that can actually, I guess, you know, pick up intel amongst the other plantations within the area. And that is basically how he got his, you know, answers regarding who was arriving at his doorstep. So we might actually see those monitors being of use in the coming chapters of the Promised Neverland, as, you know, they do hold some intel amongst the other plantations. And honestly, Emma and Ray can use this to their advantage to spy on these plantations, and maybe in the future we could see Emma and Ray, as well as the other kids, actually make an ambush on another plantation to try to rescue the kids from that plantation, or, you know, get whatever supplies they may need to, you know, survive until they can rescue those kids. So, you know, stuff like that. So, could be interesting on how that stuff turns out. Now, another vital thing in this chapter of the Promised Neverland that definitely needs to be discussed is the kids' next objective. Apparently, amongst rummaging throughout, you know, these old textbooks within the bookshelves in the shelter, we see that the kids come across this letter which basically reads to them that, oh, it seems as though you have found the shelter. Congratulations, this is your first step into finding me, William Minerva. But if you truly want to find peace, you must go to these coordinates right here, which is like an A08 dash something number. So that is going to be the next location that the kids are going to have to try to pinpoint down in order to find William Minerva's location. But the thing is though, will they find his location? And is William Minerva actually still alive? Because as they are rummaging through the books and find this letter, those books that they were looking through were all old. They might have even been centuries old. I think Gilda stated that they possibly could be centuries old. But anyways, the books are old, and at this point, who knows if even, you know, William Minerva is alive at this point. What if by the time that they end up getting to this final destination, they discover that William Minerva isn't actually there, or is someone else taking his place? You know, you just never know. So eventually, Emma and Ray come up with a decision that in order to pinpoint this new destination that they have to go to in order to find William Minerva, they're going to have to get the help of their most experienced senior, which is, you know, the mystery guy. He's the one that holds all the answers. He knows a lot about the plantations, you know, I mean, he uses those monitors for a reason. He was able to use them in order to figure out Emma's group and who they are, you know, what plantation they were from and stuff like that. There is also many mysteries revolving around his character as well that we still need answers from. I mean, we need his name for one. We also need to know what happened to his companions at the time. So maybe we're going to see that in, you know, the next few chapters to come as well. But when it comes down to this new destination, it looks like it's going to be pretty much just Emma, Ray, and maybe even the mystery character going along this journey, because there's going to be a lot more, you know, obstacles that are going to face them, and it's going to be a lot more dangerous, and they cannot leave, you know, the young ones, you know, with them, you know, in that certain situation. They need to be safe, and that is where, you know, Gilda and Dawn come in. They're basically gonna remain at this shelter and watch over the kids until they get back from that journey. But the thing is that Gilda actually stated something that I'm about to read to you in this chapter, which is like very foreboding and possibly could happen in, you know, later down the line. Let me just read you the dialogue. She stated, "This shelter is safe. There isn't a single trace of this place having been discovered by demons, and that guy has managed to live here for 13 years. Now, while she is right, the thing is that even though if the demons haven't discovered this place yet, there is the possibility that they can still discover it. And by the time that Emma and Ray might get back from this adventure, who's to say that what if the shelter ends up becoming completely slaughtered? That would be fucking tragic. That's just something that I think we should take into consideration here. So yeah, with that said, I think that is basically everything that is needed to be mentioned regarding this chapter of The Promised Neverland that should be taken into consideration for the future chapters to come. So yeah, with that said, thank you everyone for watching. Let me know what you guys thought about this chapter of The Promised Neverland. I hope you enjoyed the review, and yeah, just let me know your overall thoughts, because it does seem as though we're finally kicking things back up to gear when it comes to The Promised Neverland, and I'm really interested to learn more about this mystery character that is still not named yet. I really want to see, you know, more, you know, information regarding his character, you know, the plantation that he is from, and just, you know, what happened to his companions. So yeah, definitely let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and hit that red subscribe button down below. And with that said, I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out, guys.